Hello. Today we're going to be playing a little bit of Hand of Fate. We've played it a little bit before, but a few updates have come out, and I want to see what's going on. So we're going to start from the beginning, and well, we'll just kind of see what it's about.
Ah, one more for the game. Come, sit. You have passed the 13 gates. And you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here. Yet, I say, turn back.
So Hand of Fate is still in early beta, or well, not late beta. It'll be out soon. It's a deck building action RPG, and it's kind of quite interesting. It's by Defiant Development, and it's really good.
The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of.
So we'll just hop straight in, and I'll kind of explain what's going on as we get started.
Here is
Jack
the
of
first
Dust.
member of my court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me.
So the Jack of Dust, the bandit leader, is strong and faster than most bandits encountered. He can become enraged, making powerful unblockable attacks. He also inspires his followers to steal gold in each hit.
Let the cards fall where they may. We begin.
So this is how we progress. We will select cards and move across. The paths will become different and more varied, but this is a tutorial level, so it's a little bit limited. You can see we have health, food, gold, and some items over here.
You can always review your cards here.
Currently we just have a rusty axe and some light armor. As we progress, we will use up food, so moving to this tile we'll lose one of our food. But if we have been injured, we will heal a little bit from moving. Mr. Lionel.
I was never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here I'll make an exception.
Whilst enjoying your evening meal at the local tavern, a strange old man takes the seat next to yours. He taps you on the shoulder quite painfully with his wooden staff to get your attention, and you notice that he appears to be a goblin, poorly disguised as a human. His wizened face grins with you at the hint of madness.
I've waited long enough.
My name is Mr. Lionel. If you give me what I need, boy, I will conjure you of your heart's desire with this wizarding wand of my own creation. So I can offer him a few different things. I don't have any gold at the moment. I ask him what he needs, give him bread off my plate. So I'm gonna give him some bread off my plate. He considers the bread seriously before placing it carefully in his coat pocket, seemingly satisfied. Mr. Lionel taps his staff on the ground and a shield materializes at your feet. There you go, old bean. He smiles a warm grin that reveals all of his chipped yellow teeth. Your face reminds me of my son. I haven't met you before, have I?
I cannot expect you to get by without some protection.
So I can use Q to block and defend myself. Encounter.
You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive.
Before you can stop him with inhumane speed, he snatches up a pickled onion off your plate and sprints towards the tavern door. The Twisted Canyon.
That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it.
You see a weapon glinting in the sunlight, lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of the canyon. The walls of the canyon are covered in thick vines, perfect for climbing. So I will climb down and try to retrieve the weapon. And this will start an event where you'll see it's like a card shuffling game, and it's like a little mini game to determine whether you succeed events. So I need to get the success ones and not the failure, obviously. So,
choose from these
go
options.
with this guy. Climb down and retrieve the weapon. Very carefully you make your way down to the bottom of the canyon. You retrieve the weapon from the ancient corpse. Draw one weapon card. So I got an axe, which is better than my rusty axe. So I will equip it.
A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective.
As you watch the cards, you can actually determine which ones are the failures and which ones are the successes, because they will overlap, but you can follow them.
Every step you take consumes food, but you will also heal as you proceed.
One day in a shady forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Merith, of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? I would like some gold. Merith seems surprised. It is like an adventurer to beg for coin, but very well, if that is your wish. The dealer draws you 3 gold gain cards, so 25
I'm sure
gold.
You're grateful for that.
Nice. 25. 15.
Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all.
So the stairs act as like a tunnel to go to the next area, and a new set of cards will be dealt out. I can turn back, but there's no point because I've revealed all the cards. You embark upon your next leg of your adventure.
Your journey is well begun. This is what I was looking for. You show some aptitude for the game. Perhaps this will not be as boring as I thought.
Okay, let's go here. Ambush.
What did you think would happen with a card called Ambush, eh?
Cake. A slight rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in grave danger. Draw 1 monster card. So 2 dust. This represents the number of enemies I'll have to fight and the type. So dust are bandits. And this is how the combat works. I love this loading for the weapons and everything, it's amazing.
You can now counter your opponent's attacks. Hit the counter button when you see the flashing indicator.
It is worth noting that Hand of Fate is kind of like a roguelike. If I die, I will have to go from the very beginning of the map. And I will lose all my items. So I can dodge, I can move, stun, attack, counter. When I see the green reticle over them, it means I can counter and interrupt the attack. Smash him in the face with the shield. Always works well. Okay, while searching the area for anything worth salvaging, you realize that one of your opponents is only pretending to be dead. So I'm gonna try and sneak up and kill him. Follow the card. This one's good. It's easiest to follow the top card. A quick weapon blow to the head fixes that. You finish searching the area. The dealer draws you 3 gain cards. So I can draw another equipment. I got another axe, which is not
a peasant's weapon, but
that
effective
useful.
nonetheless.
I still have one, so
Really?
I'm not going to equip
Is
it.
that what you're going to do?
Got a bit more food, which helps. And some more gold. I feel like I'm not going to get to spend this gold. Or maybe I will. Traveling Mage. In a shady grove off the beaten trail, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. Made to sell specific items that they've discovered in faraway lands. Their prices can be high, but they also pay well for anything that catches their interest. Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you.
If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. The back and forth between resources and rewards.
That is pretty much my favorite thing about this game. It's only the learning levels at the moment, but as you get deeper into the game, you start having to manage your gold, your food, your life, and weighing whether items are worth giving some of that up. What have we got? We've got alchemical silver, which increases our combo. Nice. Plunderer's cap. You draw supplies, instead draw 2 and pick 1. That's really good. Damocles, press in combat, throw knives in 8 directions. Hag's Rags. I love Hag Rags, they're really good. We're gonna pick some of these up.
It's not enough that you kill them, you'll curse them too.
Yes, I will. We'll go for alchemical silver. I don't usually buy this, but I'm gonna try to use different items
processes, but given permanent shape.
Just to mix
I
things
know
up.
of nothing like it.
We can buy food off the mage.
Provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them.
I don't think we need food, but we'll buy it just in case. We got 9 food, that's loads. Alright, so we've only got 2 cards left to pick from. Dead Man's Gorge.
I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason.
While crossing the ancient rope bridges of the Dead Man's Gorge, you hear sounds of movement from below. It's an ambush. Draw 1 monster card. So another 2 dust. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I can now use my artifact, the alchemical silver, to give me like a buff. That's gonna... Wow, that's a lot faster. Jesus, I've never used this before. It's amazing. Wow. I did not expect that to be that good. Okay, alchemical silver is pretty awesome. You recover what you can from the dead. The dealer draws you 3 game cards. 1 equipment. Healing cap.
Increasing the effect of one sort of magic with another. All you need is a channel for power, and it's simple enough.
Any healing the player receives is doubled. Nice. Okay, so we have way too much food now. And the Jack of Dust. Here we go.
You have reached my first champion. A good man, driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron, I forge my tools. Now we see your metal.
In the ruins of an ancient temple along the eternally shifting sand dunes lives the mysterious leader of the Desert Bandits, infamous for his reign of terror over any spice caravans that dare take their chances traveling through his domain. He rules as a king over the barren lands.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Yes, give me tokens. You've discovered the Jack of Dust. Yes, I got that. So Jack of Dust has an unblockable attack, and he'll frenzy his minions to steal my gold, which I'm not too bothered about right now. Okay.
Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counter.
Take out his goons first. Make things a bit easier. Oh! Alright. I'm a liker of alchemical silver now. It's pretty good. See, the Hag's Rags are making him ridiculously slow. It's quite nice. Actually really good with the alchemical silver as well. Stacking that slow. That's a good combo.
Down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last. We have wagered, and you have won.
Never mind.
You may claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained.
This is probably one of my favorite aspects of the game, where the further you progress, the more difficult the game will just get naturally. You'll get better weapons, better armor, better everything, but the enemies will also scale up. The numbers will go up, the cards that you land on will get more ridiculous, you'll get cursed. I'm going to explain a little bit more about the cards just before the end of this video. So, as we complete challenges, we'll get tokens, and if we complete specific tasks on cards, we can get more tokens. So you kind of build more cards to create like a more powerful deck, or more interesting deck, and change your adventure. So the paths that we've taken can be altered by choices we make. So we'll unlock some cards. As a reward for defeating the Bandit Jack, you receive the new cards. Jack of Skulls, which is our next opponent. Dead King's Hall. Local Peasant. Devil's Choice. River. And Captain of the Guards. We got some equipment as well. Medium Armor. Chain of Rage. Mercenary Contract. Medium Armor. Fortitude's Breath. And Desperate Measures. I love that card. What else do we get? Bandits Attack. Maze of Traps. Goblins.
Shall we deal again? Ah, good. Now you understand the basics, we can begin in earnest. Your hero is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset. Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court.
So I'm just going to show a little bit of the cards before we end. So we've completed the Jack of Dust, and our next opponent will be the Jack of Skulls. And as you can see, it adds a few challenges. So it adds more skulls, which are skeletons, and it adds some supplies.
Time for you to face my undead army.
And we will get into
Jack of Skulls.
we will get into deck building. We will not use recommended. So this is one of the more interesting aspects of the game, where I can change the equipment that will be in my deck. So, for example, I could take out this axe that I kept drawing, or change something up. And then even the events that we ran into, like the ambush or the Deadman's Gorge, we can add these new cards to change how the game will play out. So I guess the objective I'm going to do is I'm going to try and unlock as many cards as possible and change things out when I can and use as many new cards. So we'll continue on with the Jack of Skulls in just a little bit.